I'm Kathy Eldon here at Creative Visions Foundation, and I'm having the privilege and pleasure of meeting Rob Brown. So Rob, what brought you here today?
What brought me here today was the Palm Springs International Film Festival, and also was I wanted to meet you personally because I read Dan's book and I was deeply moved by it. It was such an emotional, powerful moment of my life just reading it, and it inspired me to do so many things, and it's just so real being in this building, being in your presence. I'm speechless.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just showing everybody the journey as a destination. Well, I am inspired to be with you because you've had one heck of a journey to get here. And your new book, which is not available yet, but we'll let you know when it is, White Earth Stories, really in poetry tells some of the journey. Is there something you'd like to share with us? What you've spent 17 years on a journey, what would you like to share?
I would just like to share the story of my struggle and how I come to change my way of looking at life and believing and thinking and doing things totally different, and just the amount of success that I'm experiencing right now, just living that and applying that and being responsible, being accountable. That's what I want to do. I want to share my story because I can only count for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. So hopefully I can inspire others to wake up and do the right thing.
Shane, I'd like to pull you in for 1 minute because let's put a context onto this story. Shane, tell me about you.
Well, I'm the producer and co-cinematographer of The Seventh Fire, so I got to work with Rob over the years of shooting, got to know him as a friend and collaborator, and the idea of the book was really to give Rob a chance to share some of his writing and show how that connected to the work of the film. And what we loved about Rob when we met him, among many other things, was that he had this amazing ability for self-expression. And we wanted to create a film that really honored that ability. And we think that this is a great launching pad for so many other things that Rob could do or inspire others to do.
Could you give us a vision of what might be possible? The concept of Seventh Fire, first of all, tell us, what does that mean? What's the prophecy and what's your vision for our world, for your people, for our people?
The Seventh Fire, it's an Anishinaabe prophecy. We refer to ourselves as the Anishinaabe, but we're known to the federal government as the Chippewa Indians, or Ojibwe. And hundreds of years ago, we had a prophecy through our Medewin when we were living on the East Coast. I hope I'm pointing east. But, to move over hundreds of years to the place where food grew on water. And right now, that is where we reside right now. All the bodies of water where we live have wild rice. So the Seventh Fire is our seventh generation, and we're at the last end of that, and that is supposed to be the last fork in the road where we're going to have to decide as a people, as a nation, which way to go. It's speculated that one way is our old beliefs, our Medewin ways. Another way is technology, and to go either route. So the Seventh Fire, it got applied to the title. I don't know if it was by default, but it fit on all points, because I didn't start to improve my life until I started to pick up the pieces of the past and my culture and to apply them. And I found a new meaning of hope and understanding and direction on where I really want to go as a person, and to embrace my abilities as a speaker, as a leader, and a teacher. So it just opened me up. And that is pretty much all I can explain about that.
That's extremely articulate and clear, and I get it. And I just want to say, I don't know when I've been so honored to be in the presence of someone. I see such excitement ahead for you, and I know it's been absolutely challenging and hard, And I can only point out that some of the greatest leaders in the world have been in exile for a long time. Nelson Mandela was one of them. So if you can hold the vision of what you had to do in order to have the vision that you now have, and to be the person that people can rally around to get to where we need to be as your people, but also as people. There's the concept of Ubuntu, which is I am because we are. And we don't exist without each other. And I think that's the critical thing in moving forward. We've got to start the fires amongst all of us. But we're just thrilled to have you. And when this White Earth Stories is more available, I will make sure that you all find out about it. But thank you for taking the time to visit us at Creative Visions. And thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about Dan. And I told you that he's a very noisy spirit and he will not get off your shoulders. So just know that from right now. It's what happens. So to all of you, thank you very, very much. And to you, Rob.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see you again. Thank you. Cut.